Hey, champ. It's me, your dad, home from work. If you mowed the lawn, then I'll tell you about Porygon-Z in the good old days. I used this team in a video a while ago, where the video was about Mega Lopunny, so the replay with this team. The Porygon-Z didn't really do anything, and that's what I actually made the team around. But now I actually have some replays that prove why Nasty Plot Porygon-Z is good. Or good in like 21 different sets of quotation marks. I have 2 replays that prove that Nasty Plot Porygon-Z won me 2 games. That's what I have. It's still basically Nasty Plot Hoopa U for worthless hipsters, but I would say that the main advantage Porygon-Z has over Hoopa U is that it made me Google what those little drinking birds are called that like businessmen have on their desks. And it turns out them shits are called insatiable birdies. So yes, I would say that Porygon-Z is a viable pick in the meta today. I added Mega Lopunny because I realized that strangling myself wasn't really working, so I needed something else to make me come. I added Mega Lopunny because it's really good against offensive teams, and I gave it like double priority to make it even better against that. And then Porygon-Z is really good against defensive teams. So, holy shit, how will you ever lose? It's the best core ever made. Porygon-Z just, he clicks beige moves real good against, like, Magearna and Celesteela and Toxapex, and that gets them out of the way so you can click your beige moves with Lopunny against everything else. Assault Vest Victini stops you from losing to Scarf Tapu Lele, and it lures Lando with Glaciate for Lopunny, and that's pretty good. And also, Victini looks like a dick, and that's pretty good. And then the other 3 Pokemon are just kind of the best 3 Pokemon in the tier. Fuck you. Sorry, I don't know why I said that to you. I don't know if my favorite thing about Salamence is the eyebrows, or that his ears have their X-foils locked in attack position. Both of those things about him are pretty good. I know my least favorite thing, it's definitely the horrible wings. They haunt my dreams and damn my soul. I leave V Nasty until my throat is raspy, because the only things that can beat it 1v1 are this thing and the Zygarde, and I'm not super worried about this thing because no one's ever clicked Earthquake turn 1 when there's a Landorus waiting. Which I guess just means by extension, no one's ever clicked Earthquake turn 1. It definitely took every ounce of my restraint and some, like, self-flagellation to not just immediately click Stealth Rock there, but I knew I was going to want to defog that as soon as possible. And now I'll never lose because I got rid of the Stealth Rock. And I even lowered his attack with Intimidate, so I'd like to see you try to sweep me now, big boy. To the common simpleton, this might not look too good right now, but that's fine, because it just means I have to use my massive heaving brain for a few turns. Using my genius level IQ, I've managed to deduce that my priority moves seem to have some kind of priority over him at the moment. So I think I'm gonna just keep desperately mashing those with every muscle in my awful hands, while his Salamence is just like, oh jeez. He faked me out again! Surely he wouldn't resort to such dirty tactics a 3rd time, though. I've successfully fed half my team to 1 extra spunky Salamence, which might seem bad, but I'm here to tell you that it's actually good. I actually prefer it that way, because my core is so structurally perfect that they were only holding me back. I didn't even need the rest of those Pokemon anyway. They just gave me more chances to accidentally click something other than a normal move. I can only imagine that him sacrificing the Zygarde and the Victini to my duck, like so many breadcrumbs, was just because he assumed I was going to be like Z conversion. But why would you use Z conversion when you could just be scheming instead? Get the ×2 special attack. Keep going. I'm almost there. Hyper Beam! I was definitely losing at every stage of that game until I had to click all 5 moves with my Porygon-Z to win. So it's a good thing my grandpa's Porygon-Z has no pathetic moves, Kaiba. Yeah, this guy's team kinda just looks like a bunch of shit glued together by a Celesteela and a Landorus, but I just want the record to show that this guy was like 1850 on the ladder. So yeah, I guess you could say that makes me pretty badass too for facing him on the field of battle. Are you ready for the most goddamn perfect actualization of 2 game plans that you've ever seen? Big brains only. I click Stealth Rock, he clicks Stealth Rock. Fuck. Have I finally found a worthy Moriarty to my Holmes? I defo just thought that he would soft-boiled on this turn, expecting me to Earthquake again. And then I thought he would switch out on this turn, expecting me to do anything but Nasty Plot. And he definitely just clicks that button that has numbers on it both times. And even though I do Chastity Belt him, it's not looking great. I'm still like, shit, dude. Now I can never post this replay on r Stunfisk and get like 3 upvotes. And 1 comment from a guy that's like, I think you should use Choice Band Victini instead of Assault Vest, because it's more stronger. Well, friends, I got 6% damage on a Gastrodon with Stealth Rock. I visualized success and then I made it happen. Time to click Defog. I definitely should have clicked U-turn when the Celesteela protected, and then clicked V-create after that, because I am like 1000% sure that this guy just thought I was Scarf Victini and wasn't actually calcing anything. Because this guy's real, you know? Because what me and this guy have right now, that's real. No matter what my pastor tells me. Either this guy had max physical defense on his Celesteela, or I just got the 2 most flaccid, lowest testosterone rolls with Secret Sword in a row. But all I needed was for it to be anything less than a shitload of special defense EVs for that Breakneck Blitz to have killed it. And he knew. This guy knew, because in that moment, he experienced true fear. And I end up accidentally killing 2 more Pokemon with 1 HP on my Porygon-Z, when all I wanted to do was lure the Celesteela, because that was the only thing standing in the way of me just clicking any moves with Toxapex in any order until this guy decided that he could get more out of life by just closing the tab and moving on. And it definitely would have been luring the Celesteela, by the way. Most Pokemon lure something by doing some weak shit, like using some dumbass move they don't want to switch into. But Porygon-Z lures things by using the move they want to switch into, but just using it very hard. Anyway, Jessica, will you go to prom with me?